Good evening. I'm Sarah Donchi. Welcome to CBS News Bay Area. President Biden talked for 73 minutes tonight. He had a lot to say in his State of the Union address. He talked about job growth, emerging from the pandemic, threats to our democracy. Kevin McCarthy, the newly appointed House Speaker, sat mostly expressionless behind the president. Democrats cheered the president, and a handful of Republicans did the opposite.
Instead of making the wealthy pay their fair share, some Republicans want Medicare and Social Security to sunset. I'm not saying it's a majority. Let me give you, anybody who doubts it, contact my office. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of the proposal.
Okay, got a little testy there. Katie Nielsen live now with how people in the Bay Area are reacting to the State of the Union. Katie?
Sarah, anyone who closely follows politics was watching the president's address tonight. We had the chance to talk with some folks at a watch party to get their reaction about the president's remarks.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Almost 100 people packed into Manny's in San Francisco for the annual State of the Union watch party, including Aram Fisher, who hasn't missed one since Manny's opened 5 years ago.
I think it's great to have an opportunity to share with other people who care about politics and also to meet some of those people who are really making politics happen.
Manny Akutiel opened the cafe and political bookstore in the Mission specifically to create a gathering place for people to exchange political ideas.
We could all just sit at home alone and watch it, or we can come together, we can share reactions, we can listen, we can enjoy, and so I'm trying to make these important moments in our politics fun and enjoyable and communal.
The standing room only crowd reacted with cheers, laughs, and at times boos.
What is that, a mink?
As they listened to the president's speech. And when it was over,
All right.
Manny encouraged people to share their reactions.
And I thought he made the Democrats and what we want to get done look good, and he got it done, Joe.
It was a powerful speech, and I think he put the line in the sand, and as Rafi mentioned, the Republicans fell all over themselves looking foolish.
I think the president struck a really strong message around the issues around public safety and police. He was clear that we need reform, and I think that was a really strong message.
All right, Katie, so obviously a lot of people seeming to have a good time there at Manny's, a good environment, but I wonder, what was one of the moments in your mind that the crowd reacted to the most during the speech?
It had to be the back and forth between Biden and the Republicans over the proposed cuts to Medicare and also Social Security. Take a look.
As we all apparently agree, Social Security and Medicare is off the books now, right? They're not to be started. All right. We got unanimity.
His ability to get Republicans to basically say they're not going to cut those programs is, I think, easily the biggest outcome of that speech.
So this was unique for you because you got a chance to really test the waters in real time. And I wonder, was there anything that people said they were surprised by or that they found to be unexpected?
So almost everyone we talked to said they did not expect Biden to be as funny as he was, making the types of jokes that he did.
He was funny, he was spicy. You could tell the granddaughters sat him down and said, okay, here's how you need to write this speech.
How much humour was used to diffuse a lot of what he was saying. I mean, it worked very effectively, I thought. Diffused a lot of tension, but also called out a number of issues.
Now, a lot of the people that we talked to said they actually thought his humor was really effective because it was a way for him to be able to get his point across in a way that no one could misunderstand.
All right, Katie, thank you.